Warning, the show you're about to hear contains strong sexual adult content, situations, and other material you may find offensive. If you are under 18 or easily offended, please leave now. For everyone else, please stay tuned for Real Talk Lifestyle.
Hi, welcome to Real Talk. We're your hosts,
I'm Rob.
and I'm Sarah. Please join us as we discuss the swinging lifestyle.
Hello and welcome. We are doing Real Talk Lifestyle, and I kind of fumbled that tonight. We just moved studios, so we are in a different room tonight and trying some things out. We did some different things at our place, so let me get this out of the way. I don't have my monitor and all that good stuff here. But anyway, welcome to Real Talk Lifestyle. I am Rob, and this is Sarah.
Hey, everybody.
And so we did some changes at our place over last week, and so now we are in a completely different room, and I'm business casual today, I guess I would call it. Well, not maybe business, but just more casual than usually what I usually dress up as. Being Memorial Day week and everything, I just kind of wanted to relax a little bit, but Sarah's still dressed up.
Don't let him kid you, folks. He made me wear this dress.
I didn't mean to do it.
Why don't you wear something short and black?
Yeah, something short and black. What guy wouldn't say that?
Right.
But anyway, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. We want to thank everybody from the SLS Radio for tuning in. It's kind of a milestone for us. I'm really excited for this show tonight. So our subscribers, we have hit over 215 subscribers this week.
Nice.
And then our views, we have hit over 10,000 views now, which in the short amount of time that we've been doing these shows, came pretty quick. So I'm really excited, and things like that, it just kind of excites me. It doesn't take a lot apparently, but 10,000 views, you're doing pretty good there. So we want to thank everybody for watching the shows,
subscribing to the show,
subscribing, hitting those like buttons, and talking back to us, calling in, all that good stuff. The phone number for tonight, if you'd like to call in, is 531-210-7285, or you can get on and just type in your message, and we can kind of go that way. So we're going to be talking about age play tonight. We had that question come up, but Sarah's going to go ahead and do her little news story tonight that she found, and then we'll move on with the topic.
Shoot.
Lost it already.
No, I didn't lose the news story. I don't know what's wrong with me. A little confused. So I found a news story because everybody knows I love the HuffPost because they always have weird stuff, and that's where I get most of the news stories that I feature on the show. And this one was a man who stole his daughter's Girl Scout cookie money so he could go get an erotic massage. And apparently he couldn't figure out how to explain how the funds came up missing. So he calls the police to stage a fake robbery at his house. So the police come, and something about his story just doesn't add up.
Right.
And so they just started questioning more and more, and he finally admitted that he stole the Girl Scout cookie money to pay for his massage, and that he staged the robbery. So yeah, he's facing some jail time.
Good Lord, people, what is wrong with you?
I was like, oh my God, that's Father of the Year right there. I understand you want a happy ending, man, but to steal your daughter's Girl Scout money to get it, just blows my mind. But I'm just like, oh, okay. So yeah, it's like $740 he stole, which is quite a lot, actually.
No, that's just ridiculous.
I know.
I can't believe somebody would do something like that.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, and the poor Girl Scouts, they're fighting to get that money paid back because he's gonna have to pay back all the money they took.
Well, hopefully they press charges against them for that.
They didn't say whether they were pressing charges. The police
Well,
are obviously.
Hopefully the state picked up
Yeah,
the charges.
the police are obviously pressing charges against them. So yeah, but they just want their money back.
I
Which I can
don't blame
understand.
you.
Yeah.
Now, there have been a lot of news stories lately. I mean, teachers messing with students. People, stop doing nonsense. That's just ridiculous. But
That's
anyway,
right. Those 13-year-old boys are.
we didn't
Don't
even
look at them go. They're hot.
Well, I mean, just even our state alone, we've had a couple in the last year or two. It's just ridiculous. But so anyway, getting on with tonight's topic, I had about a month and a half ago, somewhere in there. One of the people that come here to the club was asking about us doing a show on. He called age discrimination, and he believe it or not, he looks really young. He's probably, God, 40? He's my age. He's 40 something, but he looks really young. I'd say maybe looks early 30s.
Okay.
But he was wanting us to do a show on age discrimination, and I was like, well, why don't we cover one on playing with all different ages in the lifestyle? I don't think there's any set thing that says that you have to play with any certain age range. And when he said age discrimination, I'm like, well, what do you mean by that exactly? And he was basically saying that he just felt that all the other different age ranges were just not interested in him. And I was like, well, I really don't think that's what the issue is. I think there's other things going on, and in the way he carries himself and things like that, maybe that might be how you present yourself and how you carry yourself can really affect people wanting to play with you, things like that. I know, we've been in the lifestyle when we first got in. The house parties we went to, they were way older than us,
yeah,
and
pretty much all of them were older than us.
And we really didn't even give age even a thought when we were doing it. I mean, I know you kind of did a little bit.
You know what? I did a little bit, but
I did because the lady I ended up sleeping with, she was older, and she was really attractive, and it was exciting, and I'm like, hey, we're swinging.
You know what though? I do think there is some discrimination.
There is, but I just look at it like this. I don't really see age. I think a lot of it really has to do with mutual attraction, because we have a lot of 20-year-olds, 21 on up, all the way to 67 that come to our club, and I know there's other clubs out there that have the same age ranges. I mean, they have a young swingers group, 21 to 42, and and they're strictly for that age, and I'm not sure what all that's about, but I know here at our place, 21 all the way to 67, and I see everybody talking, communicating, hanging out, and I've actually seen different age ranges playing together, and like I said, for me, I don't look at someone and go, oh my God, you're 21, or oh my God, you're 53. To me, I go by how you carry yourself. If there's a mutual connection, if I'm attracted, you're attracted to me, vice versa, and that really leads me on how, if I'm going to play with somebody, versus, I'm going to get hung up and go, you know what, you're 21 and I'm just not about it. Now, I will say this, I have played with, people that are in their 20s.
I don't kid you, folks. The young ones, for some reason, seem to like him.
But here's the thing.
But
here's the thing. An immature 21-year-old is going to completely turn me off versus a 21-year-old, 22, 23, 24, 5 that acts, accordingly and can carry themselves, carry a conversation, and there's some kind of substance there. I don't look at it as like I'm just going to go hook up with some girl because she's 21 just because of the thrill of it. So, and I know you have different age ranges you've played with. I know sometimes you struggle with it a little bit. Sometimes, I think a lot of it too, though, and you can comment. I don't know if some of it just is the same thing, the way they carry themselves, or if that night you're just like, I want to get me a young guy, or something. I don't know. What's your thoughts on it?
My thoughts?
Yeah,
your
thoughts. Your thoughts.
Yeah, I got that. You know what? I have struggled with that very same thing. I think we all have an age range, and I'm sorry to say, and he says this is not true, but we all have an age range that we're comfortable playing with. Mine is, for a long time, I wouldn't mess with anybody in their 20s.
Yeah, and I got that.
But the reasoning behind that was we had, kids that were in their 20s. So I thought it was kind of creepy, kind of gross. The whole grandma, approaching on these young kids. So
how do you know it wasn't them approaching on you?
And I that's the other thing I struggle with, because I don't understand the whole cougar thing. I don't get it, why they,
I don't know if it's so much the whole cougar thing. I think it's this thing to look at women that are a little bit older, know what they're doing in bed.
That's it. That's exactly the same response I get.
There's no nonsense. We're going to go in, and this lady's going to rock my world. She's going to teach me all this stuff.
Yeah.
Or, she knows how to do all these moves because she's obviously more experienced. And I'm sure there are some guys out there that are like, oh, I want the whole cougar fantasy. I want to be able to brag that I bedded some 47-year-old or something like that. But
I think it's the same response. It's always, well, they know more. And
yeah.
They
but that could be a line too.
Oh, I hear it all the time. So.
But like I said, I just look at it like this: sex is sex in the lifestyle when you're swinging with people. So regardless of what their age, and you may agree or not disagree, but
okay, here's the thing on that, and I'll be honest. I find that more females tend to have an age range that they're comfortable with. If you talk to some of them, they put a limit of, oh, I'm not doing somebody in this age range.
Sure.
So it's more of our hang up, I think. Like I said, I used to not do the 21 and under. So I was, at least they had to be 30, to 40 something. And then again, then you have the go the other way where you look at them and go, are they too old for me?
Right. Sure.
So I think, like I said, women have more of that thing where they feel that they have to stick within a certain age range. And I've asked guys, and I'll be honest with you, none of them care. They don't. As long as, like you said, that she's attractive and you're attracted to her. I find that men just don't. It doesn't seem to really bother.
Well, and I can't say. Because I've never polled all the women. I can't really sit here and say all the women have that age range preference.
I'm not saying all of them do.
There may be some that enjoy younger. There may be some that are older. There's so many variances in the lifestyle and what people like and what they're willing to try. And that's the great thing about the lifestyle. One night you may decide that, you want a black guy. Another night you want a white guy, a Hispanic guy, and so on. There's so many different options out there, age ranges, different things for you to try. A lot of it comes down to fantasy and the mood you're in that night and how you're feeling about, what you want to try and what you're, trying to gain out of that, experience as well.
Do you think that the older crowd has a tougher time, hooking up with people, or...
With the younger people, you mean? Or just hooking up in general?
Well, because I've noticed, we have all age ranges that come here.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are, 40s.
I've seen people in their 40s go in the bedroom with younger people. Like I said, it's all about mutual attraction, being able to carry a conversation, getting those people that you're sitting there talking to have an interest in you and want to play. Like I said, I've definitely seen people in their 40s and 50s take younger people in bedrooms. Like I said, a lot of it comes down to the attraction and how you carry yourself and things like that. Now, like I said,
you guys, if you're
like I said, I've sat and talked to 20-year-olds that are, attracted to me, and they're like cute, and I'm not gonna lie, but you talk to them and they're just like, yeah, no, I can't do it. There's just something missing there.
Okay, so
and
instead of an age discrimination, you kind of have you have to say that it is kind of an age discrimination if you think about it.
No,
because if they act immature, then you're just like, oh no.
No, I mean, because I'm an equal opportunity kind of guy. So
are you now?
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
Like I said, age really doesn't play into the factor for me. It's more of an attraction thing. It's more on how they carry themselves.
So you prefer if they acted older then?
No, not necessarily. Just
Not bubbly and stupid.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
And again, I want somebody that can at least carry a conversation, that you can sit there and that's going to hold your attention to the table, and that way you're not feeling like, oh my God, I can't do this because maybe, and I guess in a way maybe it is that it might hit you and go, yeah, you can definitely tell this girl is just not mature enough. And,
See?
So I guess, but like I said, to me,
I noticed that you don't really look at it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, you played with all age ranges. It doesn't matter.
Right.
But like I said, I think we all have our preferences
Right.
of what we're comfortable with. I've gotten out of my comfort zone.
You
a little
have.
bit.
And
I had messed with people in their 20s and didn't realize they were that young until later on. But
and then afterwards, you just kind of like, it was fun. But
Yeah,
there
it was
again,
fun.
like I said, I think sometimes people do get too hung up on that whole issue. Just because they're younger than you doesn't mean you can't have fun with that person.
Right.
And like I said, this is about experiences, fantasy, and trying different things out of the norm that you would generally do. So, it's not necessarily going to say, hey, go, talk to that guy. Maybe say, he's like 21, you want to hook up with him, I think it'll be hot. I think it's more, if you decide, there's a little bit of chemistry there, the guy's cute, and, you're kind of feeling it that night, and you're in the moment
shouldn't
on it.
matter what
It shouldn't matter. No, not at all. Like I said, just, I think the whole age range thing is just kind of ridiculous, and it's kind of judgy. Like I said, everybody has their own preferences. It may not be for everybody.
Well, I know
but
some of the clubs are starting to go to where you said that they had to be, was it a certain age range, like 40 on?
yeah, there's one place. Well, I don't know. It wasn't an old one. They just that one party that they were doing. They said that you had to be within this certain age range to get in, and that, believe it or not, pissed off a lot of people because they were like, well, wait a minute, why can't we go?
Right.
That's
You
kind of
missed that cutoff,
you're
yeah.
discriminating against us, and we like to have fun too. So I don't know. I don't think I would ever do something like that. Say, oh, I'm going to exclude this group of people from going to a place.
We have a great age range.
Yeah, and like I said, every time they sit together, they mingle well. I've seen groups of them go in bedrooms, making out, having fun. I know my producer. He's gotten with older women. I've seen him get with younger women. So, and I know.
Dude, you go, man.
Yeah.
You stud.
So and his wife, I've seen that as well. So it.
That's true. Yeah.
So I don't think that that should really be an issue to people. Just give people a chance, sit and talk to them. That's the biggest thing. Once you sit and talk to them, you can kind of feel whether there's kind of interest, and if nothing else, you still make a friend out of it. And then you see them in passing, and you know who they are. You're saying hi. You still make them feel welcome. Don't exclude people. That's the whole thing. Now, the person that posed the question to me about the whole age discrimination thing, I still don't really know what he was getting at by that. I think it was more. He just felt like he was being excluded, and like I said, he's not old by any means.
Mm-hmm.
I just. I think there's a learning curve there with him, and I think maybe if I took him under my wing, kind of guided him a little bit, and gave him some advice, and say, hey, sitting back here, this is what I observed, and this is what I think you're doing wrong. But if you changed and tried this for a night, you might have a little bit more success. But you got to be willing to accept the criticism too, and not get all butthurt about it. But if something ain't working, and you have somebody from an outside perspective take a look at things, they see things that you might not see, and if you've been doing the same thing day in, day out, and that's not working for you, then it is time to make a change.
Well, I have noticed, and this does sound awful, that sometimes the older gentlemen that are single that come here, people tend to exclude them, especially if they're at a certain age. If they're in their, I've noticed that they're okay with them at a certain age, but once they hit like 60 or so.
To an extent.
I've noticed people are like, yeah, no.
Yeah, they won't make an effort to go over and talk to them. But and other people will, and I'll tell you firsthand, I know people in their 60s that come here, and I'll go over to them, and they're great. They're great to talk to. They like to have fun just like everybody else, and they can carry on a great conversation. They're so outgoing, pleasant, very chatty. And they walk around, naked, nude, whatever. It's sexy. It's still sexy, regardless. Like I said, it may not be everybody's thing, but everybody should be able to do what they want in the lifestyle as long as it's not hurting other people, and they feel confident. I talked to a lady Saturday night, and she was wearing this little dress, and she said, I feel a little out of place wearing this because this is probably the most sexiest I've ever dressed. And I said, you know what? You look great in that. I said, own it, And I told her, I said, we do this talk show, and you should check this episode out because, every time you come back, just make it a little more sexy each time. Try. And she did. She goes, I've already ordered another dress. And I guess this dress was see-through because they were walking through the mall, and when they bought it, and she wore it, and you could actually see through the dress, and he was walking behind her, and he absolutely loved it. So
I have that problem too. Sometimes I don't notice my dress to see through on camera.
But like I said, this is where people need to break those judgments and get rid of stuff like that, and just kind of open your minds and respect the other people, and give them a chance. You don't necessarily have to play with somebody, but make an effort, go over and talk to them. They're great people. So.
Well, I think, I don't know, speaking for everyone, but I know, like, as a woman, when you get older, you start to see yourself as less sexy. Because, everything is not where it was when you were in 20s, and we have those lines. We have those lines, we have those, those wrinkles, and females, I think, tend to be more self-conscious about it, because I don't know, because you always have that in your mind that, when you were younger, man, old people are having sex.
Yeah, but I really think...
for me, I think some of the reasons I will choose older is because of the reason that they don't expect me to be completely
but there again
tone or whatever, you know what I mean?
But there again, I don't see a lot of guys being that way, and I'm sure there's guys in their 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. They know women have kids, their bodies are not going to be tight, toned, and perfect. Everybody has their own body styles, but imperfections just mean you've lived life. It's like a map.
Well, I've actually gotten compliments from people and saying, you know what, it's the way you carry yourself. You're wearing these outfits, but you have to be comfortable in them.
Yeah, that's...
And you're right, you have to own that outfit and own it, and exude that confidence, because then it kind of just does overcome the body style a little bit.
Yeah.
Confidence is sexy.
I know. Well, I know one person that was very confident this weekend was Mo. So, yeah. He was running around in his boxer shorts, so good for him. But yeah, I really think... I don't care. I thought it was funny. Oh, I'm supposed to say hi to Alan, too, by the way. It's an inside joke, but...
and Jamie.
No, not... Well, yeah, okay.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Jamie. But yeah, people really do need to give other people in the lifestyle a chance. Go introduce yourself. Nobody's saying you have to play with somebody, but the lifestyle is about being open and welcoming, regardless,
of your age.
Yeah, so regardless of what your age is, get up, talk to people, make them feel welcome, make them feel a part of the place.
Yeah.
Make them feel like they belong, because they want to get out, and they've been doing studies too. I was listening to a radio show, and they say, 40s all the way to 60s and 70s, sexuality is becoming more mainstream because couples are starting to lose their inhibitions. The kids are moving out of the house. They're a lot more free. They're doing more things.
Yeah, you're right.
So they're more sexual and they're more apt to go out and do things. So
our kids
you don't want to. Yeah.
We want to have sex in every room.
You don't want to have to ruin, somebody's night out because, they're just not your age range, but
just to talk to them.
Just go out and talk to them, make them feel welcome, just the great people, because you never know. You may meet somebody that is an insurance salesman and you may be looking for insurance or something, and they might be able to.
Actually had a lot of great contacts that way by just.
We've met so many people that do different things, and we try to use people in the lifestyle to do a lot of a lot of the stuff that we have, and we try to use them first besides going outside. So there's different benefits to the lifestyle. So don't discount people and count them out. Like I said, give them a chance.
Yeah, my phone's talking there.
I don't know if it's Memorial Day or. It could be
they threw you off.
It could probably be the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the club.
Yeah, that'll tire you out. Yeah. So, but yeah.
But I tell you, Sunday I had a blast. It was a great time.
Were you in your underwear?
No, I didn't wear underwear, so I couldn't do it. But
what?
No, I didn't. But
you want to walk around naked?
They were all playing strip poker. They were playing pool.
I like the pool table. Yeah. Because people actually, strip pool is becoming very popular.
Yeah, and everybody was just free and, no big deal, and everybody was just talking with each other. And like I said, I don't really see too much of that going on here where people are excluded. And I'm not saying every single person is going to go up and talk to somebody, but I know for us, we do try to make a point to go around and talk to everybody.
We do.
And our volunteers, they try to do it as well when they get time. I know they're running around busy and stuff too. So, but, that was the whole principle behind this was, to make everybody feel welcome. You have people that are watching these shows right now that aren't even in the lifestyle. That stumble on them.
They're kind of
curious. And they're curious about it, and they want to learn. They're educating themselves. They're trying to get all the information they can because they're getting ready to make that jump and try out the lifestyle for the first time. So, that's why we want them to feel comfortable, especially come into our place. And it should be that way at any.
The club is
it should. It is. The very first time.
The very first time is terrifying.
Your very first time that you get the courage to walk in the door, you're going to be a nervous wreck. There's people that probably make it to the door and just can't even open the door, and they'll turn around and leave. And we've had that happen. We've had people go, "Oh, we've been trying to come for months, and we just kept chickening out."
Yeah.
But they eventually get around to doing it, and once they get inside, it's a
it's that. They dispel that myth.
We actually had a new couple that brand spanking new that were here Sunday night, and some friends of mine were been trying to get them to come, and they finally came, and no real experience or anything, and 2 hours in, I walk back in, they're over there playing strip poker, and they're both butt naked, and I went over, I go, "So what do you think?" And they go, "We love this. This is great. It's like being at a bar.
Well, you can be naked.
Only difference is you can be free, naked. And nobody's judging you. Right. And you're still having fun." And her eyes just lit up. She was excited. They just had a blast. So and that's what about the whole thing is about. Coming out, just having a blast, and enjoying the things. Take advantage of the stuff at the club. There's so much stuff to do at different clubs. So when you get to them, go out and experience everything. Try things. You got dancing, pool, socializing, games. so many different things for you to be able to do. So, but yeah. So what else do you have on the subject? Because we gotta go out a little. There was another thing I was going to talk about, and now I can't remember what it was, because I was going to try to break this up into like 2 different little parts. But I know next week I wanted to cover the next podcast I want to do is, and this will be a really good one.
You always say
I know
that.
this one really is.
Right.
So I'm going to pose this question to everybody so they can think about it during the week. But should sex be better with somebody else other than your partner? And we're going to cover that podcast next week and talk about, you know, the aspects of that. I think that'll really be a good show.
You mean, is it okay to have mind-blowing sex with somebody who's not your partner? Well,
no. The way it's worded is it okay to have sex with somebody else and it be better with them than your own partner?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a little controversial.
I guess, yeah.
But, you know, we need to cover that, and you know, it's a good topic. I've got some ideas on it and how I'm going to answer those types of questions, and it'll make sense to a lot of people. So it says we got one answer. It says, just because there is snow on the roof doesn't mean there isn't fire down below. And see, that's another thing. There's a lot of people that are older that will rock your world in bed, guys and women. So don't discount it, you know. Because I tell you what,
you kind of had a thing for older women, if I remember right. Your dad's neighbor.
No, I'm just gonna. Well, she was hot, but I'm gonna tell the younger people this. You know, think about it now. Once you get older, you're going to be wanting to go younger. So.
Really?
There's a lot of people that do. You know, especially single people.
Yeah.
When they get older, they want to date younger people. But. You know, don't discount older people, because you're going to get to that age one day and you're going to be in the same situation. You're going to go, oh man, these people won't give me a chance.
I'm in that situation now.
You did the same exact thing to them, so you know that's kind of that do unto the others as you want to have done to you. So don't discount, you know, people. You know, I don't know.
What is wrong with you tonight?
I don't know. I think I drank too much this weekend is really what it is.
Oh, yes, the lovely watermelons. We have to thank our staff.
Yeah, they were good, but yeah. Now I'm stalling for time.
I know. Actually, and I wanted to bring up a topic.
Okay.
Is
it part of this, or?
No.
Or is it like going to be like a whole episode thing?
No, it's not going to be a whole episode.
Go ahead.
I just want to talk to people, how they treat, you know, the people that work at these clubs. Yes.
Volunteers.
The volunteers
staff,
that work at you know, that work at the clubs. I want to say, because these people they come in, they donate their own time and whatnot, but it seems to be that there's this idea that they're running around here, they're naked or whatever, and that we're on the menu. And I think I've addressed this before.
Yeah.
But again, and it happens to me quite a bit, I think, because they feel, oh, she's the owner and she owns a sex club and
club? Where are you going with that?
Lifestyle club.
There you go.
Okay. You know, and they feel that I'm more approachable. I don't really know what it is.
I don't know if it's approachable, but
they seem to take more liberties with like me. But I've also seen them do it with some of our other staff too. And I just want everybody to know, you go to these clubs. Just because they're there and they're volunteering their time does not mean that it's okay to grab them, it's okay to touch them, it's okay to, because, they come here and they want to have fun just like everybody else.
And again, if they come back and report it to the owners that you broke the rule by doing something without asking permission, guess what? You're going to get booted out. So I'll give you a stern warning on that right now. Don't grab staff.
Right.
Don't take liberties. You read the rules when you come in. You know what the rules are. You wouldn't do it with anybody else here, so don't do it with my volunteer staff. Don't do it with my wife or anybody else. Because if it gets reported back, guess what? You're getting booted out. So don't think that you can just reach over and grab somebody or try to stick your hands up somebody's skirt or whatever. and think it's cute and funny because you will get kicked out and you won't be coming back.
That's happened to you all the time, huh, David?
Every single day.
So just be warned. Don't break the rules regardless. Because people will report it back, and when it happens, you're going to be told to leave, and you will not be coming back. There is no second chances.
Yeah, for some reason we had a lot
I've
of strange
had-
ones this week.
I've had people beg and beg.
I
I mean,
know.
I got people that will email me every week. Please, can I come back?
Yeah.
Nope. Guess what? You broke the rules. You knew it. You read it. You signed it, and you agreed to it, and you knew damn well when you did it, you broke it. So you pay the consequence for
Well,
it.
and I love my volunteers, but there's a few of us that aren't as outspoken,
Yeah.
and we tend to.
I'm very quiet, so if you quote me, I probably.
We tend to not say anything. So, for us girls, I'm like, come on, ladies, they're not going to stop unless we say something to them. So
We should probably have a meeting about
we
that.
should definitely have a meeting
Well,
about that.
and I let you deal with
Yeah,
that, but I think it needs to be addressed again.
Mhm.
And if there are issues like that going on, then it needs to be addressed and handled immediately. And
Right.
then if it does happen, it needs to be brought to me. And you should never go to any club,
any party,
and have
any of
issues.
that.
Report it, because if you wait 3 weeks and you go back, and go, I had a bad time and this is why I had this happen to me when I was there, and you didn't report it, there is nothing they can do because it has to be dealt with right there on the spot. You can't try to call
Unless
somebody
you
out.
know them personally and can give them a name. Or
Yeah,
something,
but it's kind of hard to
Most
call
part,
somebody
no.
out on the spot 3 weeks later and go, hey, so I got back to us 3
Yeah,
weeks later
she's lying, I didn't do that,
that you did this, so it's easier to address it right then and there, versus a month down the road, and so you're letting it stew, and you're mad, and you just keep thinking about it, and it makes you madder and madder and madder, and then finally you go, I'm going to say something, and then it prevents you from going back as well,
Mhm.
and it's just going to ruin your whole time there, and you don't gain anything out of that. If there's ever an issue, you got to report it. Now, I will say that a lot of the guys that come here, I'd say 99% of them, since we started doing the show, and we make them
We
actually,
make them watch
we
podcasts,
actually
yeah.
make them watch a certain podcast. They come through the door, and they're the most behaved, outgoing gentlemen.
You're right. Since we started making
Yeah.
them watch the podcast,
And we don't
how to
have
behave.
it. We don't generally have issues like that. Now,
Not as
you did
much,
tell
so.
me about an incident that happened on Friday night, and you didn't say anything, but you did say you handled it.
I did.
And it was with you.
Mm.
But then when you come and told me today about it, it kind of upset me because, hey, he broke the rules. It should have been dealt with,
Right.
and not this. Don't do it again, because that's
I
unacceptable.
yeah, it is. I totally agree. Yeah.
So if you don't want to handle it yourself, come grab me and I'll deal with it. So
Yeah.
so where are we at? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about a toy.
Okay.
So we got a toy in, and I'm gonna go grab it here for you. Where is it? So here it is.
There's so totally something wrong with
There's
you, man.
everything, I know. So we're gonna demo and review this. It's called the Lush 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll talk about the pricing and where you can purchase it and pick it up, and you can just talk about the features, and you can show the box to everybody, and then you'll show the toy as well.
Okay, guys. This is the Lush 2. I do know people who had the first one, the Lush. This one was actually supposed to be more powerful than the actual Lush. Can
I think
see
he went
that?
to the wrong camera, or you went to the wrong camera.
Oh, damn
You
it.
should have went over there. Now he's going over here. So now
Damn
we're
it,
playing-
David.
We're,
What the hell?
I'm so we're in a different area.
I don't know
so
what. We are so. Nah.
all the cameras are backwards because we're in a different room, and I'm not liking this. So
I
we're
don't
gonna have
think
to
so.
find a new area to do these.
Which camera did you want me to use?
Pick one.
Oh, cool. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, this is called the Lush 2. And as I said, this one's actually supposed to be more powerful.
Can you tilt it downwards a little, and not upwards? There you go.
There we go. Do I have to keep holding?
It's fuzzy, but I mean they get the gist of it.
Okay.
And it's made by Lovense.
Yep. Lemons.
Lovense.
Yep.
You can sit back.
And actually, this toy is amazing. It's actually controlled by your phone.
Right.
In order to set the Lush is actually waterproof.
Mm-hmm.
The whole body is made of silicone, and so you can stick it. I've watched videos on it. You could actually stick it in water and it'll be fine. The one thing you need to know is when you first get the toy, you do have to actually charge it up, and it does come with the USB port to charge it up.
Go ahead and open it up.
Yeah.
So when you open the box, you'll have the toy in there, and it comes in a nice little case, and then there's a little box, and then there's instructions, and it is a USB charger, and it comes with a little plug-in, and you have to charge it. It says like for 70 minutes, and then once it's charged,
an hour and a half. It's said so. Also, you cannot, when you're charging, you cannot play with the toy.
Dang it!
I know. So when you do first get it, there is some setup for it. Like I said, you have to charge the toy up, but also this works with your cell phone. So after you get it charged and whatnot, then you have to go and get their software, right?
No, there's no software. You have to sync it to your phone.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to sign up by email, and then you can set it up on your phone, and you can actually control the device by your phone.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're somewhere else, you're not even close to it, you can actually get on there as long as both people are, you can set it up to where you get permission for somebody to connect to it, and then they can control it whenever.
Right.
The great thing about this toy is it's really quiet, so when it's inserted, you can be walking or doing anything.
Nobody
You
can
cannot
hear
hear
it.
it. So
The other thing is it has you can run it for 2.5 to 3 hours of continuous play with it. So, and that's on one charge. So they do recommend you charge it every 6 months. Make sure that it's been charged every 6 months. Also, there's a ton of different settings on it, where different kind of pulses, different kind of vibrations. And can I see that?
You could sure see it.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. And if you'll notice, it's supposedly it's curved. Well, it's curved, but it also has a little bump on the top of the toy that
Show it to the wrong camera.
that allows you that allows you to it actually is supposed to hit your G-spot. And this right here is the antenna, and that has to be sticking out so it can be controlled. This is the piece that will be inserted and go in.
Right. So if you want to go ahead and you can go over there.
Yeah.
And
also, they do recommend when you're using the toy that you use lube in yourself and on the toy. They do recommend it has to be water based, because silicone based or anything like that it'll ruin the toy.
Yeah.
And so
you'll have to turn it on too.
I don't know how to do that. I mean, I do.
Yeah, you do.
2 seconds. Yeah.
So while she's over there doing that, I'll talk to you guys. So this toy is not available online. You can get this through Pleasure Concepts at their store, so you will have to go to him directly to purchase that. He's got these marked at $119. So there you go with that. And like I said, you cannot buy it online. You have to go to his store to pick that up. So other than that, she's taking forever. And but yeah, I'm really
first time using this
I know I'm really excited to try this out and see how this goes. And then I've got to turn my phone on to be able to do this. So
this is so weird. Okay.
Okay, so you are connected. Now you can adjust this, and it can play to music, sounds in different patterns, all different things there. So it is connected right now, and it kind of gives you like a heartbeat line. So I'm just gonna have you kind of sit back, and I want a real honest opinion on it.
Okay.
And you'll have to just kind of have to tell me what you're feeling and all that good stuff. So let me know if it gets too high or what you're thinking.
What is that? Is that medium?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So
it's a powerful little toy. Oh yeah. That's nice.
Now, so the way we're doing this, this one we're using, it's for us. So, but yeah, I don't know where I was going to go with that. But what do you think?
I like it.
Okay, so
Oh!
we'll just kind of sit back. So anyway,
He likes this toy because he actually got a hold of somebody else's with their permission.
well, they were telling me about it.
With
so
their permission.
So they were telling me about
Yeah.
it, so I wanted to try this out. So
That's nice.
I don't know if it's really having any type of effect on you. You're just kind of like, eh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've had 2 hours with this.
So I don't know. I mean, I thought maybe
Oh no, it's good.
it's not like the last demo, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just sit here like this.
Okay.
And,
Go ahead and carry on your conversation.
Well, I'm trying to think of what else to talk about.
You need
I guess.
to mention all of our sponsors.
Well, yeah.
Brands.
So we are sponsored by Pleasure Concepts again. He's got a lot of great products, a lot of different toys. He's bringing in lingerie as well. I know he is doing a lot of stuff with lingerie. He just said he's getting in. So he does have all his stuff online as well, except for this product here. You have to go to the store on that to get that. So definitely check that out. Our other sponsor, we are sponsored by Spunk Lube. I kind of call it the Lube of Champions. So check them out as well, and it's just www.spunklube.com. They got a lot of great lubes. It's all natural, so you can check that out.
It's not the toy. Really, honestly, what it is I don't think
You don't have it, right?
Yeah, it's the first time of me using it, so
go readjust it.
I think it would be fine. Yeah, this is.
And I'm like sitting here. I mean, you
I
should
know,
be going
no,
nuts right
I know,
now.
no, I know. It's not right.
Well, you're supposed to have it sitting right on the
Oh,
G
good
spot.
gosh.
So,
That's why my couches.
Jamie, do you have any questions or anything? Anybody? Bueller?
They don't like you.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
You can't have any. You can't have any pudding if you don't eat your meat. Apparently.
All right, let's try this again.
All right.
We'll see.
Let's try it again and see what happens.
This is so. My problem is it keeps slipping out. Maybe I use too much. I don't know. Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, I just did one.
Better now?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So on the box, it'll even say, "Can you hold your bone?" So playing at home, in a bar, at a hotel. Great thing about this is I'm sitting right beside her and I can't hear it at all. So I mean, it could be something fun. You could be out with your loved one at dinner, and she could be ordering dinner, and you just kind of flip it on real quick.
I know a lot of people have said that when they're home by themselves and their husband's at work,
yeah, you can do that as well.
They tend to play with it,
Yeah.
even for long distance, like a husband's on a business trip or whatever.
Right.
Oh God.
So if you're on traveling or whatever like that, you can kind of get on there and get it and try it out as well. You can actually do different designs on it and then get it to mimic that as well. So just like I said, we're just kind of just playing with it. We should have probably played with it a little bit earlier, but
We just got it in.
I had to
late
charge it and all
yeah.
that. So, but anyway, while she's still playing with that, getting back to the whole age discrimination thing and all that. Like I said, if you guys are out, just give people a chance. Go up and talk to them, make them feel welcome. There are some great people to be able to talk to, and just kind of get to know people, make friends with them, and talk to them. Give them the chance and accept them like anybody else. Like I said, nobody's forcing you to play with somebody that you don't want to, but you can definitely make a friend. And there's a lot of great people. I've met motorcycle mechanics that will come over and help change oil on motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you don't know how to do things like that. just different things like that. I've met a lot of contractors, builders, things like that, and
No,
like there's a lot of people. I don't.
Well, that one.
Well,
Like the
I'm only doing one. I'm just
Yeah.
that good there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great. So like I said, a lot of the people we interact with are pretty much just all in the lifestyle. We don't, really have friends outside of the lifestyle anymore. So, but anyway, so we're at 8:53 right now.
Did you mention the other sponsors?
No, that's all I'm going to do for right now. Thanks.
Oh.
So yeah. I'm listening to Rob, but watching Sarah laughing out loud. Great facial expressions. Well, I'm glad you guys are. She's kind of tense tonight. I know that she's not like real relaxed like last time.
No. I'm squeezing your legs so it stays right where it's supposed to.
But anyway, like I said, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm kind of off my game tonight with talking. It's like I almost feel like it's one of my first podcasts we've ever done for whatever reason tonight. I don't know if it's just because it was a long weekend or what, but I'm kind of rambling right now.
Yeah, you are. It's okay.
I was kind of hoping it would happen by now, but yeah. Anyway, we really want to thank everybody for tuning in, subscribing. You can actually go to we're on Twitter, and you can go to Our Talk Lifestyle, and you can follow us on Twitter. We posted one picture of Sarah up there tonight, and so you can go there and you can leave little comments as well.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to. We're gonna try and turn it down.
Yeah,
Okay.
turn it down.
Okay, we're gonna try and post some more pictures of Sarah and.
Not with this face though.
No, we try to do the classy photos and things like that. So, but yeah. Other than that, so we're on. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I know we're on Twitter. I guess we should mention another sponsor. We are sponsored by Our Place. So if you're ever in Omaha, Nebraska, and you're interested in going to a lifestyle place, you can go to www.ourplace, the letter R, and then PLACE, ourplaceomaha.com, and it'll give you all kinds of information and what you need to do to be able to enjoy the night while you're there, and check it out. We're also on Facebook as Our Place Omaha. Twitter, they have Our Place Omaha on Twitter as well, so you can definitely check that out. So other than that, I guess we will go ahead and say goodnight. And like I said, everybody, make sure you try to tune in next week. We're going to hit that great topic. It's going to be a little controversial, and we will see you guys. We'll see you guys all next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Good night, guys.